everybody, back to Skyrim. I'm down here at the Standing Stones, just down the road from Riverwood there. Place you pass if you follow Ralof down the road leading from the Helgen Keep. You first escape the game. We're still really low level. I had intended to go over here, and you can look at it, see it straight ahead up there on my compass. Alright, there's a mine. I think it's called Embershard. I'd like to go investigate that. Go grab a pickaxe. If nothing else, simply so I can start mining iron ore. But first I wanted to come over here, across this stream. Alright, you can get this at any time, but I didn't earlier, so I figured I'd come back now and point this out, in case anybody hasn't seen this before. There's always something to discover in this game. I don't think anyone knows everything. If you do, you're amazing, because there's a lot of stuff to find. It's pretty bad when a skeever is an epic battle. You know what? I'm not going to chase you. Alright? That's it. Go take care of it. There you go. Good boy. I'm not really worried about a skeever tail right now, or else I'd go search out. Alright. There's a lady here named Anise in this cabin. Let me show you on the map. Okay. There's the Standing Stones. There's Riverwood. There's Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm just south of that. I can actually see that at the top of the hill if I look. Alright, Helgen Keep here. So if you're coming down initially, before you even go to Riverwood, you don't have to follow Ralof. I mean, it's not mandatory. You can come over here and go do all kinds of stuff. You go back there, and even if he's done talking to his sister, you can still talk to his sister anytime. Or if you're doing the Imperial route, I think you still follow a soldier down here. I've never gone that route. I have no interest in it. But if you do, still, either way, you'll pass this cabin when you pass these Standing Stones here. So might as well come over here, and there's this lady Anise, and I can't talk to her now, but I'm assuming she's part of some quest later. I'm guessing there's probably some little fetch 'em quest or something that will send you to her, and you'll actually get dialogue option, but I've never actually been able to talk to her. She's just there. I wonder if this, oh, you know what? I've never seen this cellar here. Y'all want to go look? I'm totally clueless, guys. Totally clueless. I've never seen this. I played this game, in my opinion, a lot. Let's go look. Let's go see what she has down here. She's hiding some deep, dark secret, or... This is cool. Kind of glad I'm recording now. We have an alchemy lab. Some stuff to steal. I could, but I'm gonna look around first. Anise's letter, what does it say? Alright. Helgi! Why do you hesitate? You can feel the power coursing in your blood. You have only reached out and grasped it. Renounce that boy of yours and come live with me in the forest. My sister will be here soon. Together we can form a proper coven, and your training will truly begin. Okay, so this lady isn't as innocent as she may seem. Well, let's see what there is to loot. That's most important, right? See if there's maybe any more skill books down here. I don't feel so bad about stealing from her now, I'll tell you that. Enchanter's Potion, take that. Hagraven Feathers. Something tells me her sister's a Hagraven. But, that's just me. Okay, I don't have anything to enchant or disenchant at the moment, but, apparently there's an enchanting bench to be had before you ever even get to, Whiterun. Okay. Well, this is new to me. For all of you that knew this, you're like, well, yeah, duh. But, hey, always learn something new in this game. Always, always, always. Okay, I don't know why I'm taking any of this stuff. All right, now to get out of here, where is the, I'm sure it's a ladder attachment somewhere, right here. There we go. All right, I wonder if she's aggroed when I leave here, now that I found out her deep, dark secret. It's going to be interesting to get some epic boss battle that I can't pass. That would be funny, not funny right now. Okay. But let's grab this book, regardless of whether I'm going to get ambushed here in a second or not. All right, got a book of alchemy. I feel not bad at all about stealing that, so I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab the rest of this stuff too. Wheat and a blue mountain flower make a health potion, along with blisterwort and any combination. Yep. She's aggroed. So, this is interesting. Something tells me she's going to be a leveled mage, too. boogie sounds familiar, and I can't right offhand. Oh, I'm glad she's not like a set level NPC. I hope I didn't screw up a quest later. Let's see. Well, that's worth 150. I'll take that. Steel dagger. All right. If I wanted to dual wield daggers, I'd have a second one there. I see you, boy. All right. Let's go. Okay, now that we got that book and we discovered essentially what was, I guess, a side quest. So apparently there wasn't ever really supposed to be dialogue with her. It was all about going and finding out her secret and coming out, and she immediately aggroed on me. She didn't catch me stealing anything, so that wasn't what caused that. All right, now just over here, look at the map again for another quick reference. All right, you have this this little area right here, okay, just to the east of her cabin, and there's always a dead body here, and the dead body always has a note, and this note will lead you to usually go fetch some particular item. It's like the ice sword of blinding and blizzarding or something like that, and it'll be like some piece of crap two-handed iron sword that does 5 points of frost damage. But it does count as, I guess, a side quest, you know, a little fetch 'em quest, and you know, there's probably other loot to be had in whatever area it sends you to go retrieve it. It's probably going to be guarded by bandits or a coven of mages or, you know, something like that. Anyway, whatever. The spawn here will be random too. Here it looks like I have a pack of wolves, but sometimes it'll be a couple mages fighting each other. Sometimes it will be that roving bard who just sings you a song. There won't be an enemy at all. And I found a dead skeever laying next to the body before too, and like that was it, you know. I didn't even have to fight anything. So this looks like it's going to be a little bit more than just a dead skeever though. So let me go ahead, since I'm fixing to get ganged up on, get this out ahead of time. All right, pull my trusty iron sword back out and go try to draw some aggro here, and then pawn it off on my my familiar. Okay, now here's another good example. Another quick early example of when you face a mob, what to do with your aggro. Let your follower draw it. If your follower bites that wolf enough, that wolf will draw its attention to your follower. Okay, and whatever your follower is attacking, let's say even if I had all three of them surrounding my familiar right now, I want to attack the one that's attacking my familiar. In this case, we drew one out by himself. So now we should be able to weed the other two a little easier. That would be a good time to gang up on me if they were smart. Alright. Yeah, I got a dog too, buddy. Hey, run. Alright, I really want that leather. So I will be chasing these enemies here. I don't know where that last wolf went. He probably went closer to that trail ahead, and Bleak Fall Sparrow is right above me. You can see it. Building right there, that structure. Alright. And here's this body. Okay, and this one says bouncer. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It'll be random. Okay, I can hit the bumper and read it right now. I need you to go find the missing pit wolves before the next tournament. We lost too many during the last fights. Okay, there's dog trainers down by Riften and pit wolf gamblers. There's even an arena in a cave and an arena in a fort. And anyway, you'll even be sent by the Jarl of Riften to go break up a skooma ring. And that skooma ring involves some gamblers in a cave. And then that'll allow you to work towards becoming a Jarl and buying a house. Honeyside, I believe it's called. Alright? So these are pit wolves, not just your standard variety. A little more health, did a little more damage. Alright, there we have it. Now we can see straight south. See where I'm at? I really haven't gone anywhere. Alright. Straight south along this path right here. This is, like I say, the path that we followed Ralof at the very beginning of the game. or whoever. All right, and the cave is right about here. And this is our first tutorial cave, I guess you could call it. There'll be some chests, there'll be some iron ore to mine, there'll be bandits of varying variety, some with two-handed weapons, some with maces, some speedy guys with, say, daggers or swords. There'll be an archer, you know, and so you kind of get a sample, a really, really low-level basic example of how to deal with these various types of enemies. I'm sure that's the purpose that this place serves. That's kind of why they put it right here, to kind of give you an early taste of the various challenges you'll be facing. All right, grab blue mountain flowers when you can. Like I say, they go with wheat and blisterwort, stuff like that to make health potions. Which at this level will be important. There's a bandit standing right there. I don't know if you can see him, but he's always right here. He doesn't seem to be aggroed yet, so I'm going to introduce him to my pet. Alright. I meant sidestep.
Not your pet.
Alright. Another good example of what you can utilize aggro for. It's not always for offense. Sometimes it's tactical, help you heal up when you need to.
Do your worst.
Ah, that was really an epic fail. Alright, what does he have here? Studded armor, I'll take that. And a steel sword. And I'll be playing with steel weapons, so might as well go and grab that. I believe if you want an axe, I believe there's an axe up here. Yes, there it is. Okay, so if I want to chop some axes to make arrows, you know, if you want to get early arrows, grab a few iron ingots and get some firewood. And each piece of firewood, I believe, makes 2 dozen arrows, something like that. And here we are at Embershard Mine. And I think instead of going in there right this second, I think I will title this video something other than Embershard Mine. And I'd like to do a quick heads up on getting through your menus with a little less annoyance and difficulty, especially in battle. For anyone who's not familiar with this, if you're already familiar with quick slotting your weapons and I guess you could say your loadouts, then you could probably end this right now because I'm just going to be rambling. But just a little heads up. The way I have this set up, okay, I have an iron sword here. Okay, well, I'm going to want my steel sword to be my default offhand weapon. All right, your left-hand weapon dictates the speed of your overall power attacks and your attacking in general. All right, especially when you're dual wielding like this. All right, so a sword in your left is going to be a little faster than having the axe in your left and the sword in your right. Okay, I don't know if you're aware of that. Okay, if I had a dagger in my left, my attacks would be even faster, but I would get no one-handed damage bonus towards my dagger. Daggers take a lot of penalties in this game. A lot of penalties. Unless you're just getting backstabs and being sneaky, they're basically useless. Unless you've got a dagger that's so overpowered you can use it like a sword anyway. Now I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about just in the game mechanics, daggers are penalized a lot. Your power attacks are actually slower than other weapons because of the pause that you have while you do this animation before you actually swing and stuff like that. Anyway, all right, so you might want to go look into that if you're a dagger type person. That there are a lot of penalties to it. All right, other than backstabs. Backstab bonuses are obviously way up there, right? So I won't take that away from them. But everything else, when it comes to just toe-to-toe combat, I think they're pretty much scripted in to be a sneak weapon. Anyway, all right, so I have my sword in my offhand to make my attacks just a little bit faster. All right, so what I'll do here is go into my menu, go to items, all right, go down to my weapons, of course. Okay, and I'm going to unfavorite my iron sword. Now I'm going to favorite my steel sword. So now that's going to show up on my favorites menu when I press up on my D-pad, when I'm back, you know, in my regular HUD. Okay, so for right now, I do this, and I've also got this hunting bow here, which I got rid of my longbow. Okay, so let me go ahead and favorite this too, all right, while I'm here. All right, then what I want to do is bring up my favorites, okay? My steel sword is now in my left hand. Now that will be my default left-hand weapon when I press right on the D-pad. All right, why I say that is when you hold down your direction on a particular weapon, that gets quick slotted. So now, when I'm out of my menu, all right, here, let me unequip it, all right? Let me equip it. All right, so now just pressing right on my D-pad will automatically put that weapon in that hand. All right, now I want my hunting bow to be left on the D-pad, so I hold down left, and you see it's got 1 there. All right, so my 1 slot is for my bow, for archery, for me, and then my second slot to the right is for melee. All right, and that's how I set my character up. If you're doing spells or something like that, then you may have a certain spell combination to the left, like say healing and ward, all right, or some combination thereof, or maybe fire, some kind of fire spell and ward, or fire and healing, whatever. It's whatever you want to do, okay? And then in the right, you may have pure offense, like say lightning and frost combo, or you may have like say conjuration to the left and destruction to the right, or any combination thereof, okay? Now another heads up. So while you're in combat, if you switch, all right, one of your hands, like let's say I need to heal real quick, all right? What I need to do is when I come to the favorites menu, okay, don't ever put anything else in your right hand. Leave your right hand default, because if I do, right, there, okay, when I go to heal, all right, when I go to switch back, that will change my weapon there, but if I had something else in my left hand, it will confuse it, and I will have to manually replace my left hand weapon. And that sounded confusing because it is. It's annoying. If you go to switch to something like say a quick healing spell, put it in your left hand. All right. Do whatever you're gonna do. All right, and then when you go back in, just press your left trigger again on what you want to put back. Okay. And so therefore, if I switch to my bow, like this, when I switch back to the right, it's going to automatically put my left-hand weapon back in my hand. Does that make sense? Okay? Whereas, if I had this in my hand, healing, right? And then I switch to my left-hand weapon, all right, which is my bow, or my left on the D-pad. When I go back to right on the D-pad, notice my sword is gone. Now I'm stuck with this healing back in my hand, all right? And that becomes, it's what I equipped manually from my favorites menu, so now it becomes my default offhand weapon. In this case, it's a healing spell. So what I want to do is I don't need to go all the way back to the menu. This is really the point I'm making, to go put my steel sword back in my left hand. I just go to my favorites menu here by pressing up on the D-pad and just press my left trigger. And that's what will be default to my left hand until I change it again. Okay? And that's pretty much it. And if that didn't make sense, I'm sorry. But that's the gist of it. Basically, do everything with your left and right triggers in your default menu. And once you've got your right hand weapon set, leave it there. Don't try not to put other things in your right hand and then back out of this menu, because once you do, when you go back in, sometimes your favorite is kind of screwed up. Like here, let me unequip my right hand. All right, I've still got my left hand weapon. I can just re-equip it, and there you go. I'll always be dual wielding this until I manually switch to something else. All right, so now I can shoot flames and swing. All right, press left on my D-pad. Now I can snipe. All right. Okay. Okay. And then press right on the D-pad. Now flames is my default because I left it there. If I want to switch it back, go in here, press left trigger. Now my sword is my default. So anytime I switch back, I'll have my sword back in my left hand. And there you go. And so even dual wielding. Now if you are a two-handed weapon user, this is so much easier because your default right is just simply one weapon. And so that's not going to change. Of course, then again, you're not going to be able to randomly equip other odd stuff in your left hand if you've got a two-handed weapon, because that's going to take both hands. So dual wielding does have its advantage there too. But sometimes it takes a little fumbling around in your favorites menu to navigate through all that stuff. And there we go. So a free wood axe in here. As soon as I get in here, is going to be a free pickaxe, so I can start mining iron ore. And there are some iron ore veins out here in front of this mine, also, which I will come take advantage of later. I believe they're over here on the hill somewhere, and I will get to that later. But that's it for right now. So if if nothing else, quick look at that hidden cellar, and a surprise little side quest that up until this point, after 1 million playthroughs of Skyrim, I have never seen up until just now. And a skill book that y'all can grab early, and that random little spawning event surrounding that little dead body over there that gives you that note. And there we go, man. Hey, something else to look for. And I will catch up with you guys later, and we will finally get in here to explore Embershard Mine and see if we can't show these bandits in here a thing or two. Until then, I will catch you guys later.